All right, what is happening, y'all? And what is happening, y'all? Reminds me of Jackie Chan, y'all. All right, team. What do we have? What do we got going on? We have Master the Inner Game, the Tony Robbins blueprint for fulfillment. And I expressed to you guys before about how personal development and having that open mind to learn and overcome barriers that's either self-imposed or even legit on the external. And just like how we have lunges, side lunges, RDLs, frogs, right? Those are all exercises to improve a specific body part, performance. So just like the knowledge that's out there, proper knowledge, of course, that will benefit yourself and also the community on a whole, but to learn and to see what other coaches are using with their clients. In this case, we have Master the Inner Game by Tony Robbins. And it's always, always expanding the mind, always expanding the knowledge toolbox, just like how we at Fighter Fit X want to expand the exercise science, the technology, to make sure that you guys and gals are well taken care of when it comes to fitness and wellness. Let's share the screen. Let's share the window. Da, da, da. The entire screen. Actually, not yet. Chrome tab. Day one den. Let's share that one. All right. So we have drum roll, please. The Hard Truth About Self-Esteem by Tony Robbins. The hard truth about self-esteem and why success is the ultimate failure. Why success is the ultimate failure. Insights from Tony Robbins. The universal call to grow. Every human being, regardless of status, intelligence, or spiritual standing, will eventually encounter a season of extreme stress. In the architecture of a high performance life, these moments are not tragedies to be avoided. They are the hero's journey. While the masses attempt to resist this pressure, the strategist recognizes it for what it truly is, a call to grow. To navigate the win. Am I recording? I better be recording this. To navigate the winters of life, you must master the inner game of focus, meaning, and fulfillment. This is the only way to transform life's inevitable volatility into a catalyst for personal evolution. Realize this truth now. You do not experience life. You experience the life you focus on. I'm going to say that again. Realize this truth now. You do not experience life. You experience the life you focus on. Life is not happening to you, it is happening for you. Powerful stuff. Stop seeking praise. That's guilty as charged. The case for earned self esteem. One of the most debilitating delusions in modern culture is the idea that self esteem is a gift to be granted through external praise or virtue signaling. Let's be clear. Self-esteem is not something you receive. It is something you earn. It is strictly a private transaction between you and your soul, forged by doing incredibly difficult things that require you to push past your perceived limits. Require you to push past your perceived limits. When you rely on external validation, you hand your power to the audience. You hand your power to the audience when you seek external validation. I was on a treadmill going nowhere with this. The validation is between me and my soul and who I am becoming each and every day. As long as I keep my shadow self Rhino behind me and I do whatever it takes to encase that old version of me, I'm winning. Not in regards to anyone else's standards but my own. When you rely on external validation, you hand your power to the audience. When you earn your own respect through private discipline, you reclaim it. True self esteem is not about telling the world what you've done, it's about what you know to be true inside when no one is watching. Let me say that again. True self esteem is not about telling the world what you've done, what you have accomplished. I do this. It's what you know to be true inside when no one is watching. The most effective way to kill the bullshit of self doubt is to find something you care about more than yourself. By serving a mission beyond your own ego, you gain an energy and a level of ownership that others can feel. The most effective way to kill the old version of me, of what I've done in the past and who I once was, is to find something you care about more than yourself. Fight or Fit X, Fight or Fit Athletics, the Day One Den. I was talking to a one of the creators of the TV show The Bears Lair. Lovely lady, awesome, love what she's doing. The whole team, and she asked me why do I want to do X, Y, and Z, and I responded, of course, looking into my heart and soul, heaven willing, creator willing, that I still have another 40, 50 years to make a positive impact in this world that we live in. When I do go to the heavenly gates and they ask me what I've done with my life, I can look back and hopefully look down and say, look at all the people I've helped. Look at all of the First Nations youth, individuals that I had a positive impact on. That's my reason why. That's what I want to build. I want to create this legacy of Fighter FedEx, of Day One Den, to make sure that whoever is a participant, a member, is empowered through fitness, through martial arts, through our video coaching and our connection online around the world through this platform. So that is my reason why. That is the energy that I have. And when I do talk to people in person, they do express their experience from talking with me, especially when it comes to fitness and martial arts, on how I approach my craft. They can see my passion. They can feel it. They know the energy. They know how much I love it. So that's showing me that I'm on the right track. Self-esteem is earned. It's only earned by you with yourself. You're not going to get self-esteem because everybody praises you. It's earned with yourself. Look in the mirror. Be happy. Are you happy? I wasn't when I was younger. When I was a teenager, when I was a knucklehead, going through all my negative events that I have participated in, I did not like that reflection. Now it's a different story. Now I guess I got to get used to just talking to the camera and being fully present, even though there's a lens or a screen between us. I want to make sure that you can feel my passion and feel my heart and soul when I talk and when I discuss and when we discuss on a collaborative scale about the information that we are gathering. So self-esteem is earned. It's only earned by you with yourself. You're not going to get self-esteem because everybody praises you. It's a little more on the ego. And what did rest in peace what do you say? Edging God out. For some reason, I can't think of the name. The ultimate failure, tying into the impactful title, the ultimate failure. Why success isn't the goal. The differentiator between a top tier performer and the masses is the understanding that success and fulfillment are not even in the same universe. Success is getting what you want, the accolades, the revenue, the status. Fulfillment is living what you're made for. Fulfillment is living what you're made for. The world is littered with high achievers who won the outer game but lost the inner game, ending up depressed or empty at the summit of their careers. This is why success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. It leaves you with nowhere left to go and a profound sense of hollowness, emptiness. The common denominator among those who remain successful over a lifetime is not just talent, but sustained hunger. The hunger for more, the hunger for passion, to making sure the hunger to achieve more than one believes in. The hunger to grow and give is the number one factor in long-term achievement. The hunger to grow, to continually not stop learning and expanding the knowledge. Kaizen, right? Kaizen, uh, continuous improvement. Success is getting what you want. Fulfillment is living what you're made for. Fulfillment and success, they're not even in the same universe. The architecture of emotion, focus, meaning, and decision. Your, your life is governed by a three-step process that determines your reality. Focus. Whatever you focus on, you feel. If you focus on what is missing, you will be miserable regardless of your wealth. If you focus on what is missing, that's what I've been doing in the past little while, and I have to catch myself to keep focusing on the negative aspects that I am experiencing. And it is overshadowing my possibility to shatter through my barriers that I've self-imposed upon myself. And I have to really catch myself from how I think about the constant negativity and look beyond that and look and focus on what I want the outcome to be, to share this journey of health and wellness and fitness through with you guys and gals, and to live a life of health, wealth, in the mindset, and to be able to accurately share what's in my heart, and to make sure that you as my listener, you as my client, as my member, as my dear friend, that you can understand where I am coming from. So I have to focus on the happiness. I have to focus on the outcome. I have to focus on what I can do and what's in my control. Once you focus, your brain assigns a meaning. Technical difficulty. Sorry, team. Sorry, team. There we go. Back on. Oops. Well, it looks like I am using. All right, looks like I'm using the laptop. The laptop here. So technical difficulties on my end here with my external monitor. the wire. It's intermittently connected off and on. But yeah, so what we're saying here, back to it. So whatever you focus on, your brain assigns a meaning. This is where you exercise your power. Is this an end or a beginning? Is this person dissing you, or are they coaching and challenging you? That's one thing I have to look at. Is even though the negativity of my industry and what I've experienced in person, I have to realize that the people that I am experiencing negativity with are coaching me to understand patience, acceptance, and to look beyond an external events that's happening to me because I'm giving my power away to this particular individual. The meaning you choose dictates your state. So if I focus on their negativity and dissing and rudeness and, and lack of confidence, I limit my potentiality to grow. And I can't give my power away. Speaking of power, my monitor keeps messing up here. So the meaning produces an emotion, which then dictates your decisions and actions. The elite master pattern recognition. Successful individuals see the patterns others miss. Jeff Bezos, here, love, recognized the pattern of convenience as a primary consumer driver. Steph Curry's unbelievable public performance are the result of relentless pattern utilization in private. He doesn't just shoot 500 shots a day. He has shot 3,500 a week, 160,000 a year, and over 2 million shots in his career. You are rewarded in public for what you practice in private. You are rewarded in public what you practice in private. In the sense of winter is not forever, navigating the seasons of life. Life and history move in predictable cycles. Understanding these seasons of life provides the perspective needed to defeat learned helplessness. The toxic belief that problems are permanent or passive. Right? From when we're born to the age of 21, a time of natural growth and external support. Ages 21 to 42 is summer. The real world testing ground. You test your skills and find what works. 42 to 63. This is supposed to be my slot. I'm turning 44 in October. The power years, a time of reaping and leadership. And 63 plus is winter, the season of mentoring and sharing wisdom. We won't go through that part there, but basically understanding your time frame. However, even though, yes, 42 to 63, I'm supposed to be on autumn, the power years, a time of reaping and leadership. However, even though the continuum of this time frame, yeah, either learning, adapting, and going back to the summer and spring. But during these times, I have to understand what I can do during this time frame, even throughout the year, and constantly learning how to adapt and navigate the online business coaching world, to navigating interpersonal relationships with work, colleagues, friendships, family. It is a continuous cycle. You have to really understand what cycle I am currently in and what I can use to navigate the world in front of me by understanding what happens during spring, what happens during summer, what are the roadblocks, what are the red flags that I am going down this journey, and what can I do to overcome them or to be prepared for them. To survive these cycles, you must shift your identity. Like the Batman amnesia metaphor, where the hero feels weak until he remembers who he is. Your, your identity is the ultimate lever for change. If you view yourself as a victim, you are powerless. If you view yourself as the hero of your journey, you take the actions necessary to fight your way out. Who you identify as, your influence, your circle of influence, will also be a determining factor of the outcome of what you are trying to accomplish. And Tony Robbins goes into his 10-minute morning priming protocol. High performance requires you to prime your brain rather than letting the environment dictate your mood. You take the reins, you take the power. Right in the morning, this begins with a radical physiological change, like a cold water plunge, to train the brain that when I say go, we go. Follow this with the 10-minute priming protocol. Minutes 1 to 3 is gratitude. Focus on 3 specific things you are grateful for. Pick 2 significant events and 1 small, simple thing, like a child's smile. Minutes 4 through 6, blessing energy. A mental priming of internal energy and a sense of blessing for yourself and those that you love. Minutes 7 through 9, three to thrive. Visualize 3 goals as if they are already accomplished. Do not want them. See, feel, and experience them as done. Step 4, the strategic strike. Immediately after priming, do the one thing you don't want to do, the most challenging task of the day. What is it, Brian Tracy? Eat that frog? To solidify this state, send a sincere, specific compliment to someone. Do not offer generic praise. Tell them exactly what you saw them do and why it was incredible. This trains your brain to constantly scan for the good in your environment. See, that's what I felt trapped to, was constantly seeing the negativity, even though I tried very desperately to overlook it because I knew it was a red flag, and to have a clean slate every single day at a certain environment. And yeah, but it showed me otherwise. And now it really focused me to go along this path, to focus on this modality of coaching. And conclusion, the power of progress. The ultimate key to happiness is progress. If you are growing, you feel alive. If you are growing, you feel alive. If you are on track and doing the necessary task at hand to better yourself in health, relationships, and business, family, you feel alive. You have to have, I know there's some certain post I was talking about tracking. We can track reps, what we've eaten. But if we're not doing anything with that information, if we're just logging just for the sake of being busyness, right, then we are losing the opportunity for continued growth. Happiness does not come from statuses, money, or external validation, things you cannot control. You have 100% control over only 3 things: your mind, your emotions, and your body. By winning the inner game and shifting from push motivation, willpower, to pull motivation, obsession with a mission, you ensure a life of fulfillment. Ask yourself the demanding question: are you focusing on what you have or what is missing? Your focus determines your meaning. Your meaning, therefore, determines your emotion, and your emotion determines your life. Choose wisely. So that is mastering the inner game. We have a PDF. You are sharing your screen. You have the PDF and also the infographic here. Mastery of the mind. My my monitor is extremely old. It's the 27-inch iMac here, not iMac, but the Mac. But it was the wire. So I'm sorry. My apologies. Master of the mindset. Progress equals happiness. If you keep growing, you feel alive. Stagnation is the root of misery. Earned self-esteem. Confidence is not a praise. It is earned by doing incredibly difficult, meaningful things. Focus is reality. We do not experience life itself. We experience the life we focus on. The daily action ritual, the 10-minute priming routine, gratitude for 3 minutes, blessing for 3 minutes, three to thrive in 3 minutes, 369, and Stephen Curry, principle of practice. Mastery requires invisible work, like shooting 500 shots every single day for years, and serve something greater. Finding a mission beyond yourself provides a pull motivation that never runs out. All right, team. Master the inner game, the hard truth about self-esteem. Tony Robbins. And stop sharing the screen. Ryan, so where am I? Where did I go? There's also the PDF here that's attached to the. This that's a that screen's pretty crazy how wide it is. And if you notice here, I moved positions. I'm in the corner now because we have a stand-up heavy bag. My camera, a gift from Lovely Sue's. Um, so I mean, I posted earlier about the workout earlier. But anyways, yeah, here you go, team. Tony Robbins, Inner Game, PDF, slide deck, infographic. And I will see y'all on the next one.